Hello and welcome, dear viewers, fellow cam. Wait. It's the wrong script. No. Where was the right one? There we go. There we go. This is not the Whispace News for Wednesday, the 1st of April, 3306. We are the Buur. It has been 1 year since the great BUURIFICATION. In this show, we will be looking back at some of the events that took place here in the Buur Pit since then. These are, including but not limited to, Operation DUSTCLOUD, Class 8 Hardpoints, the Pit Trip, a grand adventure, BPMC outings, a hide and Eeek, and speedbowling, casual and Buur Pit style. If you enjoyed this special, please consider hitting Buur in the corner for us. It would be very much appreciated.
The Great BUURIFICATION took place last year on April the 1st. At midnight, several commanders of the Buur Pit changed their nickname to Commander Buur and started to use his avatar as well. The result, as you can probably imagine, was utter chaos. One Commander Buur is already too much for most people to stomach, but there was an army of those running around all over the server copying him. When the real Commander Buur, after about 12 hours of not being able to use his own Discord server, was on the brink of a nervous breakdown, the BOONs finally found it within themselves to stop this carnage. The damage this event left behind on the Buur Pit Discord server, however, still has not been fully repaired until today, and it is rumored that Commander Buur still fears his own avatar.
When the Distant Worlds 2 expedition launched last year in January, some commanders of the Buur Pit also left the bubble for several months. When they finally reached the other end of the galaxy, some of these crazy fools went even further and beyond. Some of these commanders, whose names will not be stated here to protect their privacy, jumped to the furthest reachable system from Sol, Samotha's Beacon or Uvasi SG-YD0. However, still not satisfied doing just that, they settled their SRVs to circumnavigate the furthest landable body from Sol on a mission named Distant Cake. After they finished this gruesome and crazy challenge to themselves, Commanders Lord Tyvin and Primetime Casual finally started their journey homeward. At the end of this journey for Commander Primetime Casual stood Operation DUSTCLOUD. Twente Actual had rallied several heavily armed ships to escort this lost son home during his last jumps towards Sol. Rumors this was to keep him from losing his way and going back into the direction he came from, but just that, baseless rumors. The operation was successful and Commander Primetime Casual reached the Sol system safe and sound. The Pit Trip was an expedition planned and organized within the Buur Pit community. Starting on September 29th, 3305, with only small ships allowed, it was a very casual style expedition aimed at the new and veteran commanders alike. It took participants up to 1000 light years away from Sol to visit all kinds of spectacular and mysterious places. Initial fear this expedition might not even attract only 10 commanders was completely unfounded, and in the end almost 90 commanders signed up on EDSM. It was a proper expedition as it even had its own mass jumps. It concluded on 3rd of November 3305 with a big SRV event at top of Mount Neverest.
Captain James Flint of Flintlock Engineering is a content creator of YouTube, providing detailed and unbiased information on all things engineering within the game, all with vocals made from pure syrup. And on December 5th, 3305, the good captain asked the commanders of the Buur Pit for help. Flint was working on a secret project regarding the mysterious Class 8 Hardpoint and required as many commanders as possible to help him on his never-ending quest for proper science. The commanders of the Buur Pit rallied to his call and flooded the Tawanta system. How it went? You can find the extremely scientific and detailed result by following the video link listed in the description below.
The Buur Pit Mining Company, or BPMC for short, is a part of the Buur Pit dedicated to mostly laser mining of high-paying minerals such as low-temperature diamonds. Founded on the 13th of December 3305, outings take place pretty much every day. On the 18th and 25th of January 3306, this group really drove it home. Dozens of Buur Pit commanders descended upon the spot in Hyades sector DB-X, D1-112 during the first ever BPMC mass mining event to poke space rocks with all the lasers. You will also find a link to a video of this event in the description below.
Commander SNERT gathered Sidewinders for the 21st and 28th of December 3305. The humble ship every commander starts out in does not get enough love, so it got its own event, Commander SNERT'S Christmas Boon. For this event, commanders had to outfit their Falcon de Lacy Sidewinder with D-rated internal modules, a 2A fuel scoop, and a cargo rack. The event involved a race to gather special commodities from the system and bring them back to Wilson Port in Tawanta. This was followed up with attempts at follow the Red-Nosed Leader through the station's superstructure, and to make the longest conga line of Sidewinders. The second day saw all of these Sidewinders descend upon Alpha Centauri for a run to Hutton Orbital. Commanders were advised to bring their favorite bottle of something and worst dad jokes, as the journey from the nav beacon to Hutton Orbital takes about an hour and 20 minutes.
Speedbowling casual style. Speedbowl 3, while not exactly a Buur Pit event, still took hold of the Buur Pit Discord server on the weekend of the 9th and 10th of November 3305. 61 Virginis 2, a planet with a gravity of just over 4G, was the venue, and Miguel's depot was chosen as target for all those speed-crazy commanders wanting to take part in this third installation of gravity-assisted insanity. Chasing Sanderling was the motto given to the event by organizer Commander Primetime Casual, and flight control at Miguel's depot surely must hate him for it now. To make a long story short, no one was able to be faster than the speed-loving Scotsman Commander Sanderling, and in a great show of generosity, all of the winners donated their rewards to the next commander in line.
The BOON Labs Scientific Suicide Squad, or B3S for short, developed the idea of the so-called Pit Bowl. Taking place on the 22nd February 3306, several stock Anaconda-class ships were positioned upright on their main engines to mimic bowling pins. With shields turned off, a designated speed bowler tried to crash into these pins at high speeds to make them fall and finally explode. Apparently it didn't exactly work out as planned, as Commander Universale pointed out in his blog entry and recollection video about it. A link to his blog entry and video detailing the different stages of the event are in the description below. The Lakon Keelback is a ship deserving more love than it gets, or an abomination. This very much depends on who you ask. It is a fact, however, that the Lakon Keelback can be used for many different kinds of shenanigans. Commanders SNERT and Universale had exactly this in mind when they had the idea for the Hide and Eeek event. Commanders in keelbacks outfitted with A-rated thrusters, chaff, and a fighter bay met up outside Farouk Horizons in the Peruna system. Several shenanigans such as how long a conga line can be formed inside a station before docking permit runs its course commenced. The last part of it was when all the keelbacks charged into the station and tried to hide from its lasers before the station started firing at them. This obviously didn't end well for the happy, flappy little ships.
If you enjoyed this episode of Not the Witchspace News, be sure to visit the Buur Pit Discord and YouTube channels and hit Commander Buur in the Condor for us, with a Nerf gun. That's it for this year. Thanks very much for watching. We might be back next year with another highlight video. Until then, 707 Commanders, paint all your ships green, we like green, and do keep clear of the postbox.